Eddie Hearn, how are you not sweating your balls off out here?
Yeah, because I'm a cool dude. No, it's very warm. I'm trying to pretend I'm not hot, but I'm really hot. Yeah.
Hey, so Chavez Jr.,
Yes,
Jacob, formally announced.
Yeah.
Few things. One, I know there's a lot of misinformation, a lot of confusion. Chavez doesn't want to take a drug test.
He didn't sign for a fight or sign for any VADA. They turned up to test him and he said, no, I haven't signed for it. So they said, we're going to not license you. We had 3 venues in play, Las Vegas, Phoenix and Texas. We went to Texas, went to the ABC, said, presumably you're happy to license Chavez? Yes, absolutely. He signed for full drug testing and on we go.
Is there a cloud of suspicion on your end, on Jacob's end, because of that?
I mean, at the end of the day, he hadn't signed for testing, but he probably should have taken a test. But he's also probably quite paranoid and he's also made a lot of mistakes. So I can't really speak on his behalf because he's not my fighter. And I don't know the full situation other than what I just told you. So, but at the end of the day, I think if someone signs to VADA and signs up to a procedure and doesn't test, then they shouldn't be allowed to fight. He hadn't signed to VADA because he hadn't signed the contract. Now he's signed all the VADA forms, he's signed all the forms with the commissions. So, you know, test him and see what happens.
What did Daniel tell you about that?
Nothing really. He hadn't signed for the test either.
Yeah.
So they actually turned up to test Danny in Atlanta and he was in New York. So it's a really strange one. I don't know if there was someone working behind the scenes on that. It's a bit fishy all round. But listen, Chavez has had his ups and his downs. I like Chavez actually. I've got a soft spot for him. I think he's very vulnerable. I think he's had a tough time walking in the shadows of an absolute legend in Mexico. And I think sometimes someone needs to put an arm around him and help him. He's training hard. I'm giving him the opportunity. Now the rest is up to him.
With this fight, did he sign with Matchroom? Is it a one-off or what is that? Like,
Just that he's an opponent.
Yeah, that's all it is? Okay. Now in terms of the actual Nevada doing that, because the fight wasn't signed, I don't understand how they were able to...
I think they have, because we inquired about the date and requested the date, they have the ability to test people apparently that might be on there. But this guy's made a lot of mistakes in his past. And if someone,
right?
If someone knocks at your door saying, oh, we're here to test you for that fight and you haven't signed for it. I mean, look, again, I'm not going to speak on his behalf, but when he signed the fight, he was asked to fill out all the drug testing forms. He filled those out immediately and it's on.
In terms of the fight, Daniel seemed very somber because of what happened with Patrick. Got me thinking that maybe, emotionally might not be there.
Yeah, I mean, that was. I think if I was Chavez, I would almost be buoyed by that. Daniel seemed very emotional about the loss of his very close friend Patrick Day, and he sort of said, even admitted that he's got to shake himself out of that and get ready for warfare. So it cut him very deep because him and Patrick were very close. So he's got to get his mindset right for the fight. He's in camp now, and he's got to be ready for a tough fight against Julio Cesar Chavez.
Have you spoken to him about Patrick?
No, not really. Other than that, I know how close they were. They trained a lot, they sparred a lot together. Danny's got a huge heart, and it really hit him for 6.
With this fight, a lot of people are writing Junior off because and rightfully so. He's messed up a lot. He looks like he's serious, but you as a promoter, you have to have worries there if he's going to show up, if he's going to make weight, if something's going to happen, right?
Yeah, and we have Gabriel Rosado on the undercard, who's ready to step in if either fighter, for any reason, can't make that date. But you're quite right, Chavez has made a lot of mistakes in his career. He's training hard. We saw him today, he's in great shape. So as far as I'm concerned, he's making a lot of money, he's ready, he's training hard. If he doesn't make this fight, his career's probably over. If he wins this fight, he's one of the biggest stars in the sport. So, people love Chavez, they hate Chavez. You've got to watch Chavez because he's box office.
In terms of the fight, do you feel it's like a similar style of fight?
Yeah, I think Danny's the favourite because of the run he's been on. But I think Chavez is going to be a lot bigger in the fight. Danny's a big middleweight going up to 168. Chavez is a big 168. Let's hope he makes that 168 limit. And I think Danny's the favourite in the fight because of his activity. But Chavez believes he can win. When it was a fight that we mentioned to him, he was all over it. So maybe he sees something.
I see it. It's like Danny at times fights like Chavez. He comes inside and throws a lot of punches, and I'm like, well, he can't try to out Chavez because Chavez is bigger and he throws a little bit better than the body.
I think you'll see a great fight. Chavez. One thing we know about Chavez is he's very tough. He's got a great chin, and he'll stay in there. So you're going to see a great fight.
future for Danny? You're his promoter.
168 World Championship. We've got Billy Joe Saunders. We've got Callum Smith. They're 2 fights that are there for the winner of this fight straight away.
Straight away?
Yeah.
Yeah? You think he's ready after this straight away?
Just just won the world title. He just boxed Canelo. If he beats Chavez, he's ready for the titles 100%.
How does Callum and Saunders feel about that, and where would that fight take place?
Big fight. US, UK, ability for both sides of the pond.
Yeah? Who do you like in those fights?
Danny's a great fighter, man. I mean, I think the Chavez fight's going to tell us everything we need to know about Danny at 168 pounds.
How much weight have you lost so far being out here?
11 pounds.
11 pounds? Thank you,
vegan
Eddie.
lifestyle, baby.
Appreciate it.
It's me again, Demetrius Andrade. And if you're looking to take your fight game to the next level, try this, the Fighter Stack. Everything you need.